Hello, hello. What's up, guys? You can hear me clanking around in the background probably a little bit. Just see. Alright, my mic is working. Very fun. So, new profile picture, bit the same you. Be going through some varsity football here, playing the game a little bit. Going to crank that game speed up. PlayStation icons. Interesting that what just happened? Oh my gosh. I'm not sure how I did that. Don't do that, by the way. Just don't touch anything. Try to lock this at 60. Alright guys, we're going to jump into team creation. This is kind of a new feature. As you can see, I do not have a team here, so we have some very basic stuff that we can touch here. We can name the team. Alright. I'm not sure how to type here. Okay, it is kind of fighting me here, guys. Cancel. Alright. What is going on? Alright, okay, that didn't work. I'm going to try this again. We're going to create team. Okay, very cool. We have some basic logos we could select from here. I guess we'll create maybe a... what are we gonna do here? I wonder if I can't select this, because it doesn't really give me a way to type unless I use my keyboard. Okay, so if you hit enter after you type, it seems to not freak out, so that's a lot of fun. Right stick moves the color scheme on the right, left stick moves it on the left. Very fun. I want kind of like a lightish blue of it, man. I'm having trouble finding that. Alright, I like that one. It's a black terra. I don't know what that word is. I've never seen that before, ever in my life. Guess we'll just make it white. Okay, so you have a choice of a few roster types here. There are 32 roster types, which is pretty dope, so you can just kind of pick some pre-built ones. So it looks like each roster has a red V and a gray V. I assume the red V is like an elite player. the gray ones are sort of like a second tier. So these are like your difference makers on the field. So you have different archetypes here. There's 32 of them, so I'm not going to go through every single one, but looks like these first few are field general quarterbacks. You have some gunslingers, quick trigger passer. Then you have some receiver heavy teams here. It looks like the DB then will be like later in these. You have some like elite defensive backs. So I'm a man-to-man guy, so let's go see if we have some lockdown defender, field general, route runner, possession receiver, quick trigger passer. Alright, we're going to go with this archetype here. One side erased while the offense grinds. That's sort of kind of explains my play style. So this is pretty dope too. It looks like we can go in here. We have a basic roster that it builds us. So it looks like we have our quarterback here at the top, a few receivers. This guy essentially snaps the ball and gets out of the way, and then you have your a strong safety, free safety, and a few corners, because there's 7-on-7. It's mainly just going through and passing the ball. There's nothing really else to it. It's coverage and passing. So let's just look at our quarterback here. What was his archetype? I don't even remember now. I think he was a field general. Again, I don't know exactly what all this is. I'm assuming this is short throw, medium, deep, decision making, release, aggressiveness, throw power. So let's just take a look at some of these receiver stats here. So of course you have your basic speed. My best one is this 80. Everybody else is relatively young. We are a very young offense. Of course, you have some route running, hands, catching, awareness. And then let's get back here to the DBs. So you have man coverage, of course, which 70 looks to be sort of like the low of the bar here. Your lowest ratings are 70s. It looks like the elite players are in that 90 range. So we have a zone corner rating of 70s and 80s here. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe this is like ball skills or something. Discipline, physicality, physical, I don't know. This might be his the REAC, I'm not sure. Let me think. Read, like awareness rating. So if I hit X on this player, Zay Johnson. Okay, so it does give us a very basic kind of creation suite here. Typing with one hand, so it gets to be a little monotonous here. We'll just go ahead and make user. We'll get to this 48 here. No. Player appearance, skin tone. This is actually pretty cool. I didn't know that. I didn't have the expectation to be this much customization in the game. So you either can put a helmet on or not. You have a left arm. You have wrist options. So can't see his wrist real well. This is already pretty much more customization than I was getting out of whatchamacallit, Maximum Football. Get some arm shimmels there. Waist, I guess we have no towel options. It's just there, I'm not sure why. And alright, it's not too in-depth, but it is what it is. So we'll save team. Awesome, the Berserks are there. Let's go do a knockout tournament. So We'll fill in teams here. We'll go find my team real quick. The alphabetical. Okay, so there's my team. I don't know. We'll just kind of fill these in randomly here. Take a look at the rules set. So looks like you have 3 downs, which is how it was the other time I was playing. Scoring is 6 points. You could customize a ton of this stuff. I mean, this is kind of interesting. PATs, game duration. I'm not gonna mess with any of that stuff. I'm just gonna kind of leave this essentially all defaulted. Alright, so if I hit start tournament, I could simulate games or play games. So of course I'm going to play my game. I am the Berserks. I'm going to be playing the Fang Wolves, which is just an interesting name. These guys have a zone corner, a field general quarterback, and a route running CB. So we'll see how my CB fares against this guy. There's also a coach mode if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But let's jump in here and see how we do. Looks like we're starting on defense. Now, there was one of these I brought to the attention of the devs. Basically, I think one of these is broken, one of the defensive plays. Any day you're ready. Come on, guys. Holy shit. You'll notice the play when it happens, the broken one, basically all my defenders will just merge to the middle of the field. That's, holy shit, that's way out of bounds. So I'm a man dude. I am prone to play a lot more man coverage, but there's a pick now. I hate that I can't look at the play art after I've selected a play or change any detail of this field stuff. Alright, we hung on there. Let's go. Alright, so offensively you have 18 plays. I'd like to see them maybe add to this at some point, but let's see what we got. We're going to go bench post here. I don't know where my good receiver is. And I threw an interception first play. Just brilliant. I'm going to look at some of these plays when I run this back and probably see how open a lot of my players were. That guy at the top of the screen, I think, was running himself wide open. I just suck at this game right now. I was talking to somebody else in their Discord today, and I was kind of looking through his issues pass-wise. I have a player lined up offsides. Attaboy. I haven't really ran into too many problems yet with this game. There are some wonky things. Again, this is not a finished product by any means. It's essentially like a working demo for this varsity high school football game to the people who aren't Patreons, which is me. So I gladly, paid for this. I'm not quite sure control-wise what I'm doing here. I don't know if I have like a triangle interception, sort of trying to understand these controls as much as I can. But overall, this is an interesting piece of technology, this game so far. They have their best player in the backfield. I'm trying to man cover him right now. Ooh, okay, because I'm so slow and overweight at linebacker, I couldn't even run with that running back, and I ran myself to an interception. That's pretty interesting. I didn't even pick a play. What is going on? The fuck was that? Got double curls. It looks like it's some sort of cover 3 here. Now you do have a little bit of a juke move that you can access, but it's nothing crazy. I love this place. There's some shallow crossers here. This is a good man beater. It's a first down, huh? Okay, maybe I don't know the rules to this stuff well enough. Try to hit this drag right across the middle. The best part about this demo so far easily is the QB movement and passing. Whoever they mocapped or however they did that is just incredible. I made a YouTube short kind of showing some of the throwing and the throw motion and stuff. It's like probably the best part so far of this entire demo. Here we're going to go man-to-man cover 2. Some of the user control on defense is lacking, I will just say that. Jesus, guys, what are we doing? Just some basic movement to try to, like, you know, sprint and do some things is kind of awkward at times. Like in that last play, I was trying to sprint and run with the running back, but they keep testing my corner over there, and he's giving me some good results. I hate that the replay kind of cuts off before you see the interception fully take place. I don't know if that's to mask some issues or something, but we're going to take a shot here. Or not, because all the safeties are deep. Okay, so we're going to try this bench post. We're going to... they're like in a deep coverage here. Now, I can imagine how much more difficult passing is going to be in this game once there's like a pass rush involved and linebackers dropping into coverage and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I barely beat the timer there to get the ball out. I kind of got caught looking at some things on the other side of the field. I was looking to see if the play would develop a certain way, and of course it didn't. I'm no Ben Kirk, of course, like to make reads. But yeah, that was, I guess that's the first half here. 29 tags. Is that how many times they've touched a player and he's now down or something? That I don't know. Alright, we're back on offense here. It's send a 4 verts and take a shot here. Ooh, buddy. These high school kids are on the edge, living on an island. I mean, that's tough. But I have all underclassmen receivers, so I'm not sure if that's just another lower tier player out there. I mean, he just like, I don't know if what he did, he bit on like a hezzy or something and just got caught. I'm just going to kind of live out of the same kind of plays here, playing a lot of man coverage to take advantage of that, or my corner up there. If you guys are curious about how to play this game, it's actually on Steam. It's called 7-on-7 Football, and it's like $8 or $9. It's nothing too crazy. It's basically a demo for varsity high school football. That's my guy because I couldn't run with him. There's something weird about the backpedaling defensively. It's like in a lot of games you hold L2 to strafe and basically get into a backpedal, keep your shoulders and hips square to the line of scrimmage. In this game, it seems like you are locked in that position, which obviously affects your straightaway speed. So I'm trying to figure out how to like get out of that full time. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna run some shallow drags here. We got a good man beater. I don't know why they were in some like cover 6 prevent defense there or something. I'm not used to throwing these little corner routes because in maximum football you get picked off every time you throw one of them. Nice little lob pass. AI's tripping sometimes. I'm not sure what that is. I think based off of some of the conversations I had, they may update some logic and stuff to kind of keep this, you know, updated to an extent so that's not totally broken. But there are times where, like, I'll line up an offensive play and I'm not sure what the AI is doing. Like there, I think they kind of just glitched up or something. So I'm going to start holding L2. Now if I hit R2, it looks like I'm able to run a sprint there. Okay, so that might be the way to do it. I'm going to start the play holding L2 and then try to hit R2 to run a sprint and get with the player. That's a pick, right? Good gosh, they are just picking on that safety, and he's getting absolutely tortured back there. This replay is brought to you by undisclosed energy or meal replacement brand. I'm partnering with them for the first time. Delicious meal replacement. All right, let's see what we got here. That's a pick, right? Okay. I legit was fooled coverage-wise. I'm embarrassed to admit that. It's one thing I love to be able to throw in any of these football games I play is a good curl. Looks like we're going to have some sort of cover 3 or cover 1 here. And I had to force that downfield because you only get 3 plays to, you know, convert in this game, obviously. So got to play some defense here for a minute. Got to play some defense here for a minute, guys. I mean, that was prime for the pickings there. There it is, boys. That freaking 48, just an absolute monster. One thing I do enjoy about this demo, and I know passing's way easier, of course, when you don't have anybody, you know, trying to get you. When you're throwing into very specific windows, I feel like this game does a really good job of replicating that, especially if you anticipate the throw. That's just me being stupid there. We're going to go with this drive wheel, and I'm going to try to hit triangle here across the middle about 10 yards downfield, or X button, I guess. It gives you the opportunity, if you anticipate throws, like if you're actually able to kind of like read defenses a little bit, this game's very rewarding in that aspect. Here I have a zone coverage beater on the left-hand side. It's just double curls, and I don't like it. Alright, that's the end of the game, it looks like here. So, I had 3 interceptions defensively. I think they were all from the same guy. It does feel like more like those old, I think it was like NFL 2K8 had that gold star system where you had like a gold, silver, bronze. This game essentially has a like red, which is like your elite player on the team, and then there's gray, which you get 2 of those that are kind of like more standouts, and then you have everybody else who's basically like a 70 overall. So mainly everybody's either a 90, which would be elite players, 80s, which would be your grays, and then everybody else is going to be a 70. So you have to really build your team carefully, kind of to your play style. Most likely, if you're smart, you'd probably build your quarterback as the best player on the team. I'm trying to just kind of experiment with a lower tier quarterback. So mine's like that gray. He's like an 80. I think he's a field general archetype. So what do I do? Yep, we sure did complete the game here. What do I guess exit to the menu? Okay. interesting way to do that. So I'm going to simulate these games. 31-8. 49-8. Holy shit. 48-45. That's actually a closer game down there. So we are playing the Stonebreakers next. We'll see what these guys are about. They have a field general quarterback, a good route running receiver, and a zone CB. Methodical offense that takes what the defense gives and suffocates the middle. I'm not sure how it knows that, like the suffocation of the middle. I remember Backbreaker used to have kind of like a snippet before you pick a team, like long range corners or like smart running backs or something like that, or like bend but don't break defense. It's just like, is that go into the play calling here for the defense that they know this stuff, or they're playing a good quarterback here. Oh, trying to play a lot of cover 2 zone and man and some cover 1 man. The other defenses in this game are sort of, I don't want to call them broke, but there's 1 or 2 of them where if you're looking at the, like, maybe it's this cover 1 Robert press, all the defensive players will kind of like fall to the middle of the field. It's very weird. Sack, right? Ooh, okay, so square is your deflect button, like your pass defense button. I'm guessing triangle then means you're going for an interception, so we got to play some D here. 2nd and 2. You cheesy bitches. We are going to crowd the middle here of the defense with some interior zones with some outside man. I'm going to try to flex this too. I'm trying to keep my corner out there, the one with the red V under him, in a lot of man coverage. Good little check down throw. It's one of my favorite route combos. Usually it's a inside fade, outside stop route. Couldn't get there, but we got a stop on that one. Let's run some scissors here. Look at that route, breaking that little kid off. Attaboy 6'7", go! I guess the juke does work for something. We're going to go drive wide corner here. I like this play at the bottom of the screen. And I threw an intercept. Oh, okay. I hit the wrong button there, if you couldn't tell. So we have 2 plays here. We got to get this in the end zone. I'm going to try to run a in route here to the outside, right down the goal line. Hit that fucking kid right in the back. Shit, we have 1 play here to put this in. Let's go shallow drags, maybe. 6-7 with the touchdown. My gosh. Just kind of had to throw that out there and see if he'd run underneath it. I'm not sure what coverage they were in there. It was weird because they had 1 player covering 2 guys out there. So some sort of zone. There's a defense in this game where like half the field plays man, half of it plays zone. It's kind of confusing to see once you like these hybrid right and lefts. So let me run one here quick and just see what it is. I don't know what my assignment is, but you can see how weird it looks. Attaboy, user. It's nice to be able to get rewarded with that, even though that pick animation was kind of leave some for the imagination. I guess that counted as, I don't know. The animation for that needs to kind of be a little bit reworked here. But again, the play was realistic at the end of the day. Ugh. Corner outs in this game, little OP. That was not circle button, by the way. I don't know who he was targeting there. Let's get a quick little drag here across the middle. Go shallow drag just to give me 2 options across the goal line if these other routes don't develop well. And I can't believe that just happened. Good gosh. Oh, shit. I panicked. Pick, right? There it is. He didn't throw that curl quick enough. Boy, this quarterback is not getting it done today. That was a pretty dangerous throw. That was their good corner, too. I was trying to see if I could get one over on him there. And again, I don't know what the AI was doing there. They just basically just disbanded that whole half of the field with a safety. I'm not sure why. But I was kind of just eyeballing that before the snap just to kind of make sure that's what was going to happen. They like had too many players on the left side of the field, and then of course you get this trips to the right against like 1 or 2 guys. It's just leverage-wise, it didn't work for them. So okay, I guess it's halftime. All right, game's a little glitchy now. Trying to skip this halftime thing. Got names stuck on the screen. Okay, there, it kicked over. That's great. Can run scissors here. I would show you the guys my play before each snap, but that doesn't work. He made the play there. That's fucking crazy. Again, 4 verts. This is a play from every playbook ever in the nation. I don't know why that kid glitches up there on that vertical route. Interesting. I may have just found another glitch. So every time I've run that 4 verts, that left corner kind of like hitches there at about 10 yards and like gives up the deep ball. I'm not sure what is causing that. But again, I'm trying to just feed this stuff to the devs as it happens. Get to Daniel. Guys. That safety that I have on the backside there to the left, he is just getting eaten fucking alive. Get it together, brother. Pick, right? Good D, good D. Getting a shutout right now against a team that just put up 31 in their last game. That's a... Man, my corner out there is letting me down right now. I need him to grab one of those. We're going to go prevent here. We're playing, they got to get 10 yards. I think that's basically a touchdown. That was my fault. Stupid play call by me. They ran that, basically a really good beater to beat a cover 4. You run that curl. Damn. Let's see, what do we got cooking here? Let's do drive wheel. This is another vertical. Yeah, this is some other weird defense they're going to be in. Square is going to be wide open. Oh my word. Okay, well at least I'm getting some good footage to kind of go to the devs with and sort of let him know there's some more glitchy issues. I'd love to see that corner not, do that every time I go vertical. Let's see if we can run hybrid left. Yeah, it's these hybrid plays. They're the ones that are messing the AI defense up. Look at the right side of my screen. There's like no one out over there. And the dummy threw it right into the bulk of all them bodies. What a stupid moron. I am playing in game speed 5, which if you guys play this game, it's you have to play it on game speed 5. Going vertical again here. Holy shit. Alright, so there's an issue with a go ball on the left side of the field, obviously, so I'm going to stop abusing that. I don't know what defense they were in there, but yeah, this is getting kind of ugly. Look at that good little out cut there. I don't know if that was like a deep curl or what that was. Cover 2-man slot, so it puts my good corner in man here. Freaking absolute garbage throw by that kid. Hate to be his dad. He's got to explain that to the other parents. Well, my son, I don't know what he was doing on that play. Oh, he cooked me. It's a matchup I was hoping my corner there would win, but he's getting cooked up a little bit. I have to look at some of that. The route running guys, I don't know how good that they are or what that really means. There's a pick. All right. I'd like to see, like, if these guys have better route running, maybe their cutting and just some different things is different than these guys that are 70 rated. Let's go shallow cross. I'm going to try to hit that deep post there. Okay, never mind. It's the end of the game. What a defensive effort there by the Berserks. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to exit to the main menu, go back to Knockout Tournament. See the Horn Breakers got stomped out by the Fistbacks. Alright guys, Championship Nation here. Speedster receiver, Gunslinger QB, lockdown corner. All or nothing vertical passing. Again, does that mean they're going to consistently try to take shots downfield or what? We're going to start defensively first. I'm going to start in the cover 3 zone here. Fill things out with that speedster receiver, as they call him. Alright. Okay. I think my boy can run with that guy, even though he's on the opposite side of the field. I wish I could assign just some basic things, like some matchups or something like that. Hit my safety right in the chest. I don't know how that was not an interception. But whatever. Cover 2-man slot. This is a hybrid coverage. No way. Let's go! I always believed in you, man. I wish I could get them to jam or pass that coverage through the zones a little bit better. Like, more like a 2K5 or something where you'd have to basically pass and physically bump the receiver to the next zone. Just some small details, but again, not complaining, just giving suggestions here. So it looks like we're in against a cover 3. Some of these plays develop pretty slow, but I think that's just because these kids just aren't super fast. Just left this dude wide open. And he missed the tag there. Let's get it. Well, it's basically like the time is now, and I'm not talking John Cena, to get one of these games right. We're talking Axis or this game or, you know, the Varsity football product once it's finished, because Maximum really is done. Get there. Good throw. I wish it would just keep me here inside. I'm sick of these games that can't just keep me on the same player. Oh, off his head. Good D. Cover 3 zone. It's also tough. I can't hit R2 or L2 here and like see the play art of these plays over top. So why that's frustrating, I can't see where their good receiver is. So like he gets lost constantly. I don't know how to find him because he's on the edge. He threw a freaking duck there. What the hell was that? Let's go slot post. I like this pass concept here. Oh, they had a guy out there. I didn't see that there was a corner out there because I can't get the screen to go zoom out. So I didn't even know there was a player out there. They ran himself wide open there. Get the edge. Who is this fucking guy? 81 with some freaking 4.3 speed. That's the first time I've seen a short little crosser like that go the distance. What a play by him. Look at him go. That poor pasty-ass white kid back there just has no chance. And before I get canceled, I am a Caucasian male, so chill out. Alright, I didn't even know what I picked on defense, so I'm going to have to compensate over here. The touching and stuff, like when they tag these players dead to stop the play, does need a little bit of work, like the animation for that, just to kind of make it look a little bit more realistic. Oh. Oh, he got me. See, that's the thing a lot of these games miss. Just that stupid little head fake faked me out as the player. And of course, when you're playing with these like bad speed rated guys, it's hard to recover from that. Like real life, if you play against like a guy that's quick, agile, has a good first step, and you know he fakes you out and creates some space, it's tough to overcome that. I know that NCAA, like college football, you know, these videos, these guys are getting burned and somehow recover. and like make all these like freakishly insane plays, which are just totally unrealistic and just essentially to make you feel good as the player. Like I keep watching all these like NCAA My Road to Glory people create content, and like it's cool, it's awesome. You could be a 6'7" defensive end and just defeat a double team every play and go sack the quarterback. But like watching these dudes play coverage and they're like burnt, and then still the AI just throws the ball right to him. It's very frustrating. Atta boy. Yeah, I saw the new Axis trailer. I've actually was really excited seeing that. I've been following a ton of their updates, and a couple of the big ones. They've added a ton new, animation for just some football specific things like sideline tackles, some short yardage stuff. The trailer kind of showed a little bit of that off, which was awesome. And the weather looks pretty interesting. I'm kind of a fan of the snow that they added to the game. This will be my first Axis football that I purchase, and one of the big things that I'll be doing with that game is a ton of play editor, offensive and defensive. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, that's what I'll be doing with that game. I would love to be able to sit there and make a full RPO QB run offense with some QB power, a ton of misdirection kind of things, some, RPO and some screens, and tailor it more to my play style, which I can't do in, maximum football because it's a piece of shit. But I also want to be able to make some defenses so that the AI and stuff has access to not just a 3-4 or 4-3, but I'd like to be able to run like a wide 9 defense. I want to make a 3-3-5, I think it's called, like a 4-2 defense with like a nickel on the field, just to kind of be able to do some different things that the default playbooks and things don't have access to. But yeah, I've kind of been watching Axis from a distance, just sort of like educating myself on the game, what it is, what it isn't. I know it has its limitation gameplay wise, which I'm fully aware of, but again, at this point, I'm pretty excited to kind of get my hands on it and, jump in, do a franchise. I'll be playing it on my Steam machine, so I'll have the PC version of the game, and I'm hoping that they have some, NFL mods so that I can kind of bring, the NFL teams in and do it from there and kind of tailor some of the playbooks around some of the players that the NFL would have, like giving Joe Burrow a really explosive offense to deal with, Josh Allen his QB power stuff, and Lamar Jackson some RPO read things. Boy, I just skated that one in there, huh? Timing on that curl is a little tough. That was a good defensive play. He sat on that curl, and I had to try to fit that in there, but look at that route. Where is Shallow Drags? Damn it. I thought I just walked that right in there. That's so cheap, but I mean, you can't really do anything defensively to stop those like little shallow drags at that short yardage. So maybe that's another thing I could kind of recommend to the varsity team for 717. If they're going to continue to update this game, we need some stuff defensively to kind of help in those short yardage situations, be able to play a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. Cover one deep spy. We're going to zone off here inside and man on the edges. This is a 3rd and 15, so I'm going to play kind of back here. We'll give up a short completion. That's fine. They have to literally convert here. And he did. Oh, my word. Silverback. What are they? Fistback Nation? The global phenomenon, the Fistbacks. Very weird team name, but who am I to judge? If you guys are enjoying this game, do me a favor, throw this video a like. Feel free to comment. Let me know you're in the comment section watching. I am a very small creator. That helps my channel immensely when people interact with this stuff. Fortunately, I am not Mr. Beast here. I do not just get hundreds of millions of dollars every time I turn this on. The Fistbacks need to clamp that defense up because I am just shredding them right now. They're in like prevent or something. What are they doing? Like I said, I could just walk that one and they were so far off. It's another thing that I always had an issue with in Maximum was like I would come out in like goal line offense and the AI defense would be like standing with their heels on the edge of the back of the end zone. I'm like, I could just audible to any run here and just gash them for a ton of yards. This player movement too, I'm not going to say is perfect yet, but it is damn good at times. And that kid at the top of the screen just absolutely outran my entire defense. I'm actually kind of getting annoyed based off of where I'm lining up at. There's such a limited play selection for this game, which it's at 18 plays, which I mean it's feasible, but like I'm starting to be able to know what the play is pre-snap. Like a lot of times that play I just went up against, the AI always runs a drag route from that inside receiver, so I like basically have been jumping it early. Yeah, so it sounds like they are pursuing the varsity football team a full unique, like a physics-based tackling engine. Now, I'm not gonna elaborating further because I simply don't know. I mean, I've had my hopes up with a game having like a physics-based tackling engine since Backbreaker essentially. I guess you could argue Madden and NCAA right now are the closest that we have, but at the same time, they're not great. This game, I'm hoping, just continues the route of Maximum 2020 and kind of builds on that. This game feels like a Maximum 2020 game that was fully fleshed out and had a lot more love and care put into it. That might not sound great, but Maximum 20 had a really good base if they would have continued to build off of it instead of porting it to a different engine and trying to make it something that it wasn't. I feel like the game would have benefited greatly from that. It already had the full tackling physics and everything. They just needed to keep with that and the game would have been okay. Just going to challenge the D. Okay. Alright, that's the end of the game. Look at that. 16 for 18. I was just absolutely fucking cooking. I'm kind of curious to see the AI play against an AI team just to see what that looks like. Boy, I'm either just a genius defensively. To go 8 for 18 in a 7-on-7 environment is pretty terrible. And also to throw 4 interceptions, I mean, that's pretty insane to fail that badly. Let's go to the main menu here. Okay, so that's just that. Once you complete it, I guess it just kind of goes back to a blank template here. So again, we're on, for some reason, the game speed has a 5th option, but if you go back in here, it's only 4. I don't know how that does that. It's fucking insane. Just for shits and giggles, guys, I'm going to go back in here real quick and look at another roster type. Actually, let's go out. Let's go to this team. Let's just look at the roster here. So again, I can't tell. It must be Adam York. Huh. I gotta start naming these guys a little different so I can kind of get used to who is who. Alright, yeah, I wanted to play through the knockout tournament there. As you can see, we were able to win all 3 games. Just kind of show off some of the passing mechanics and some of the defensive stuff. And just give me something so I can continue to talk about this game and break it down a little bit. I'm able to get my hands on it now, so this has been pretty exciting. I'm kind of having fun with this. This is basically like a $10 demo. I know that's pretty steep for a demo, but I'm more than happy to support these devs monetarily if it gives me access to the game in some capacity. So that's kind of where we're at with this. If you guys care, I'm still playing through my Maximum Football Dynasty, so I'll continue to stream that. I'm about halfway through the current season that I'm on with Paul Wall Jr. and the Berserks team, so I'll try to get more of that up over the next week or 2 and hopefully get that wrapped up over the next month. And then my end goal is to port those guys to my franchise, which I've been creating and getting set up. So it's been a tough sledding with that game. I think I figured out some of the bugs and glitches on my own, because why would the devs support us? Why would they do that? Fucking dickheads. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you enjoyed this, like I said, just give me a subscribe if you're feeling froggy. I'm trying to get to that 500 mark, and that interacting with my content boosts it greatly into the algorithm. I don't know how it works, but again, I'm just a nobody in this YouTube space. If you enjoy me giving you football breakdowns and insight, and of course there's going to be some Access content coming soon, definitely subscribe and follow, and keep an eye out for that stuff. Alright guys, it's your boy User.